Y'all hit the like button as y'all come to the building. We back, we back. Had to get on my cell phone real quick. Already know what it is. We in the building. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. All right, we good. Good to go. Hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button on the way in for your boy. So we got news on Mystical. So we got Mystical news. If y'all don't know who Mystical is, now Mystical is a no limit rapper. Mystical is down with no limit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if I got a picture of him. Got a picture of Mystical. Yeah, so Mystical was down with no limit, right? So always had a trouble past. Mystical was one of those guys. Always had a trouble past, bro. Like going back even a lot of years, man. Going back decades, you know what I'm saying? Mystical, couldn't control his urges. And that's a lot of men, Now the songs he made, Shake It Fast, and all the, you could tell Mystical was one of those. So people like, why wasn't Mystical at the verses? You know, that's what a lot of people were saying. Why wasn't Mystical at the verses? Well, Mystical got some legal problems out of this world. Mystical got some funny charges, bro. Mystical got the charges that you don't want, that you won't wish on no man. And this ain't the first time he had these charges. So obviously, so obviously Mystical is a repeat offender. Mystical is a repeat offender. So let's get to it. So Mystical pleads guilty to third degree R word, faces 20 years in prison. So he pleads guilty. So he pleaded out guilty. So you know, that says a lot. You plead guilty to third degree R word and you face 20 years in prison. So New Orleans rapper Mystical pleads guilty to charges of third degree R word on Tuesday. So Tuesday, he pleaded guilty to charges of third degree R word. The rapper, real name is Michael Tyler, was accused of beating, choking, and robbing a woman at his home in Ashkin Parish in 2022. So this happened in 2022, where he's accused of beating, choking, and robbing a woman at his home. The victim was not named in the report, says Tyler, took her keys and her phone and R her while she searched for money he had taken. He then allowed her to leave after forcing her to send him money via Cash App. Tyler, 55. So Mystical is 55 years old, and he faces a maximum of 20 years in prison, with sentencing scheduled for June. So he's facing 20 years. They're gonna sentence him in June. He's 55. 20 years, sentencing him June. And, that's like the R. Kelly approach at this point. Mystical is just like R. Kelly, bro. Funny, funny charges. He had faced a life sentence if convicted of initial charges. So if he hadn't plead guilty and took the 20 years or the maximum 20 years, he had faced a life sentence if convicted of the initial charges. So if he was convicted of the initial charges, he would have faced a life sentence. He was indicted for first degree R word, simple criminal damage to property, domestic abuse, battery by strangulation. That's crazy right there. That's crazy, bro. Domestic abuse, battery by strangulation. That's crazy. Simple robbery and false imprisonment in the assault. He pleaded to an amend charge of third degree R word. So he pleaded to an amend charge of third degree R word or third degree assault. The rapper has a long history of sexual abuse charges. He faced similar allegations in 2004 after sexually assaulting his hairstylist. He spent 6 years in prison following the arrest and registered as a sex offender upon his release. So he didn't learn his lesson, bro. Mystical did not learn his lesson. He didn't learn his lesson, bro. That man spent 6 years in prison, came out, and did the same thing again. Did the same thing again. Yeah, he had some dope music, but Michael Jackson had good music too. And Michael Jackson was accused of the same thing. You know, they had some good music, but I don't care about the music. Your character is in question. So, they make good music, but the character is in question. Like R. Kelly made some good music. I can't listen to R. Kelly music no more. Like I can't listen to the music. Like if you have these funny charges, I, I can't listen to I can't listen to your music no more. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I can't stand with you. So it says the rapper has a long history of sexual abuse charges. He faced similar allegations in 2004. 2004 we talking about. So these allegations was coming up decades ago, bro. After sexually assaulting his hairstylist, he spent 6 years in prison following the arrest and registered as a sex offender upon his release. And then in 2012, he was jailed for 3 months on misdemeanor domestic abuse charges. Like, you can't make this up, bro. That man get out of prison and he goes right back in 2012, jail for 3 months. And 5 years later, he was charged with R word and kidnapping before authorities dropped the case in 2012. That's crazy, bro. And his best known singles is Shake Your Ass, Danger. Yeah, he got a lot of good songs, man. He was then so that's mystical, man. He's been born without, yeah, bro. Like mystical cannot shake that demon, bro. That's a demon on you. Like, like when you gotta take it, you famous and you still gotta take it. You you still gotta abuse women. You really got a demon on you. Cause if you famous, you mystical, you R. Kelly, you how is y'all getting caught up in these scandals? Y'all famous. Y'all shouldn't be having to take nothing. It should be handed to y'all on a platter. Here you go, Mr. Mystical. It's supposed to be handed to y'all, but they don't want the traditional approach. It's a power strip. It's a power thing when you could take it by force. And they know that. That's why they take it by force. It's a power struggle. It's a power thing, bro. He's a dangerous, dangerous man. So, if you just came into the live stream, uh, Mystical pleads guilty to third degree R word and he faces 20 years in prison. 20 years in prison. And he's already 55. He's 55. And we've been knowing about this since the early 2000s. It's been rumors that Mystical was, was funny like that, was weird like that. And the proof is in the pudding, bro. The proof is in the pudding, man. They all like this, Mystical just got caught. They all do this stuff. They all give it up like this, bro. It ain't just him. It's just that he's the one stupid enough to get caught. You know what I'm saying? So they all do this. This ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new, man. Yeah, but he's finished. Yeah, he's cooked, bro. 20 years, they're gonna make sure he do at least 80% of his time, bro. If not all of his time. Because he Mystical didn't learn his lesson. That's why they're gonna try to, make sure he do all of his time, bro. Because he came out time and time again, and he was still caught up in abusing women charges, like those funny charges that always stuck with him. So you got to put him away before he kills somebody, bro. Because he's headed down that path. That's the path Mystical is headed down. Sorry to say, he's 55, and he is still going in and out of prison. In and out of prison, y'all. He was 55. He was going out. He was going in and out of prison since 2004. Since 2004, Mystical been going in and out of prison, and we in 2026. He ain't gonna never learn. Mystical ain't gonna never learn. You gotta sit him down for 20 years. That's the only way. Only way, bro. Only way some people will learn. You gotta sit them down. They gave you chance after chance after chance. You missed the verses. You messing up your bag. You could have been hella popular because you got a style that's fire. You got that fast flow, and you know how to make hits. You know how to, you know, lay down songs. Trick yourself out this, you trick yourself out your own freedom, bro. Intrusive thoughts. That's what it was with Mystical. We all got intrusive thoughts. Thoughts that tell you to do this, do that, kill this person, harm this person. We all got intrusive thoughts that come to us. Now you got to know how to not listen to the intrusive thoughts, because that's what's gonna put you away in prison. You know what I'm saying? You giving in to your intrusive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. Telling you what I know. That man got 20 years. That's it for him, bro. He ain't coming out till cars flying. The next time Mystical gonna be on the streets, cars gonna be flying. And that's crazy. He's gonna be in his 70s. I hope it was worth it. I hope that was worth it, bro. Hope it was worth it, because you finished. It ain't no box in this world worth me risking my freedom, bro. None. It ain't no box in this world that's worth it. You understand what I'm saying? None. Believe that. Y'all hit the like button as y'all come into the building. It's your boy Cave, chopping it up with y'all. You already know. But Mystical got 20 years, man. These are some, like, you can't make this up. You can't make this up, bro. Can't make this up. $20 years. 20 years in prison, bro. You like, and what's crazy, bro? You got to do 20 years as an old man. Mystical is 55 years old. He's 55. and he got to do 20 years as an old man. Insane, bro. He's gonna die in there. He's 55, facing 20 years. He's gonna come out at 75 years old. Mystical is finished out here. The mystical we know is no more. Is no more. Mystical is no more. He's 55. Like I never even knew he was that old. 55, 20 years, 75. He's finished. And them funny charges in there. They, they don't play about those funny charges. So what he gonna be PC'd up? They're gonna protect him. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know his charges is crazy. Crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. You making you making the worst life decisions. The worst life decisions you could ever make, bro. At that age, come on, man. You better off, you better off being in the grave, bro. You better off being in the grave. You're gonna go to prison at 55. You better off being dead, homie. Cause that's what you is. You walking dead. At this point, you sardine, man. They got you. Now, when you look at this picture here, we got BG, you got Juvenile, you got Lil Wayne, and Hot Boy Turk been disbanded from the group. So Hot Boy Turk is been disbanded from the group, y'all. No more Hot Boy Turk. No more Cash Money with Turk. Turk was actually not a team player. But if you look at it, Turk was the one that go against the grain. Turk was the one that was too vocal. Turk was the one who gave out all the information, bro. You know what I'm saying? Turk thought he was bigger than the program. And he wasn't bigger than the program, but he thought he was bigger than the program. Like, bro, you ain't really make no money for the group. You ain't really make no money for these guys. So for you to get on the internet and tell all the gossip, you telling all the information, you telling all the stories, you telling this, you telling that. Yo, Dion, what's up? Yo, so salute to you, Dion. Appreciate you for being in the building. Salute to you, Dion. So for Turk to be giving out all the information and knowing that you the least liked in the group, bro. Ain't nobody like you in the group, man. So for you to just to divulge all the information, you talk yourself out of your spot, bro. You talk yourself out of your spot. You know what I'm saying? And you had your manager as your wife. That's conflict of interest, my guy. Like at the end of the day, bro, you involve with your wife. So, like let's say I'm BG and your wife is the manager. Obviously, she gonna know my information. She gonna know about stuff that I don't want you to know. That's conflict of interest. Cause now y'all in a bedroom talking about us, talking about business dealings because she's the manager. Because she gets to hear stuff that the other members don't get to hear. You dig what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So a lot of red flags was there. You was not a team player, Turk. So they kick your ass out the group. Simple as that. You was running to the internet when y'all did not come up off the internet. You know what I'm saying? So okay, you want to go on the internet and talk, but you always talking cash money business. That it was like a disgruntled employee that was still with the company, talking bad about the company. How? How are you gonna be with us and talking bad about us. At some point, we gotta let you go. Because you're gonna talk bad about us anyway. So now here's your opportunity. You're not with the group no more. So tell us how you really feel. Cause you know you're gonna do that. This information came out yesterday. BG said you are no longer with the group. You understand what I'm saying? So now you by yourself now. Because you're not a team player. So you're a household name. You've been rocking with them. So you should figure it out by yourself, you know? So now you could talk all you want. Now you ain't got no restrictions now, Turk. No restrictions. You could say whatever you want now. For years, 2, 3 years, you've been asking for a resolution. You've been asking for cash money to tell you what it is, what's going on, why y'all mad at me. Well, here you go. Yesterday, you got your answer. You They voted you out. So it wasn't just one person. He said, we voted you off the island. It's a vote. It's a collective. It was more than one person who wanted you out the group. So now you got to take that and you got to run with that, man, to to be successful. Because a lot of people broken up out the group and became successful without the group. Lil Wayne did his thing on his own. Jay-Z did his thing on his own. Beyonce did his thing. Like, that's what it is, bro. Just because we broken up don't mean I'm done. Life after cash money. Health. You know, unless you the locks, bro, a group thing ain't gonna work. No group ever sticks together forever. Unless you the locks, which is the exception. But at the end of the day, man, you split the pie 3 ways. That ain't too good. Man, I'd rather do it by myself. But if I'm Turk, I'm like, yes, I get to focus on me now. I get a resolution. I get an answer. I get the breakup. Breakup hurts, but I this is next opportunity. Another door gonna open for you, Turk. So at the end of the day, man, you got to use that as success, man. To not even, don't even get mad. Okay, that's what y'all want. I needed that answer. I needed that. I needed to know that is over. Just let me know because they wasn't saying nothing. You was doing all the talking, Turk. Every day you was on the social media asking for an answer, asking for this, asking for that. Well, you got your answer. They're not dealing with you no more. You're finished. So now focus on yourself. You know, focus on yourself, man. Your wife at your corner, your wife at your side, boost up your head too much, bro. I seen the live streams, and obviously the fellas seen it also. You was too cocky, bro. I can't get kicked off the tour. And then you got kicked off the tour. You said I can't get kicked out the group. Now you kicked out the group. So they obviously paying attention to everything you're saying, bro. Like you don't demand that much respect because you are the least favorite in the group. Is BG, is Juvenile, and is Lil Wayne. How can you compare to those three, Turk? That's why I say, like, you was not meant for the group. You was meant to be by yourself, bro. Turk was meant to be by himself. He was not meant to be with the group. Period. Turk was meant to be by himself. You see that? Yeah. Turk was not meant to be with the group. Turk is not uh, original hot boy. He ain't selling no records like a Juvenile, like a BG, like a Lil Wayne. He can't compare to them. That's why he was always jealous. And the jealousy started from when he came home and nobody gave a damn. Nobody cared when Turk came home. Nobody showed him no love, any love. They didn't care. That's why he always rubbed. Oh, I came home to $500, and you know what I'm saying. No open arms. You know, BG, BG came home to all the love, to the open arms. He came home to Birdman with the, you know what I'm saying. You was the opposite. Birdman ain't really respect you, bro. Birdman ain't like you. BG didn't respect you. BG didn't like you. BG tossed a bundle in your lap. You know what I'm saying? BG tossed a bundle in your lap. What does that say, bro? That says, I don't respect you. You a trash can. You a crash out. Take this. I hope you get arrested instead of me. You're nobody. This what I think of you. Why would you want to be around that? The minute BG had done that to me, first of all, we're gonna be fighting after that. Yeah, because y'all got away with it. But we're gonna be fighting, and that's it. It's over, bro. At the end of the day, I'm a man. I ain't no damn trash can that you could just toss stuff on me like I'm a trash can. I'm a man at the end of the day. So the red flags and the warnings was always there, bro. Every time they take pictures, you always to the side, you in the back. They never marketed Turk. Hot Boy Turk was never marketed. Well, like like I only know you for one song. I'm serious. I only know Hot Boy Turk for one song. How you go? I need it hot. The ones don't tell me to stop. Eat it up, swallow it up, and to know where to stop. I need a project, a hood rat. The one that tell you say she took that. I only know Turk for one song. I don't know shit else from Turk. So why does he has this vocal voice? Why is he so vocal? Like he is the one. I only know one song from you, bro. Now Lil Wayne, I know multiple songs. BG, I know multiple songs. Juvenile, I know multiple songs. But when it comes to Hot Boy Turk, I only know one, and it's a feature. It's a feature. Come on, gang. What are we doing here, Turk? You thought you was bigger than a program. You got a pretty wife. Your wife is making you delusional. Your wife is feeding you all of this shit, all this propaganda, and you fell for it. Now you and your wife is both kicked out. Your wife is kicked out too. So I want to see how she's gonna manage you now. I, I want to see the videos you make now, because every day you went talking about cash money. Every day you went begging to be back on cash money. So now I want to see, what are you going to talk about? Are you going to show your face? Because all the comments going to be like, yo, you got kicked out, bro. You know you got to face that. You come back on social media. So you can hide all you want, but you're going to have to face it because you've been, you've been talking fat. You know what I'm saying? You've been talking fat. You've been fat mouthing. Now look at this. They send BG to send a message. And BG ain't got no filter. BG ain't really rocking with you. As soon as you came out of prison, he said he ain't had no dealings with you. So he used you while he was in prison, used you. He came out, he didn't even check you, he ain't call you. BG ain't do nothing. BG gave you the cold finger, the cold shoulder, soon as he got out of prison. And you felt the way, Turk. You felt the way. I get it. You felt the way. But at the end of the day, man, stop begging for friendship. This should be a lesson learned. Depend on you. Focus on you. Only worry about you, Turk. Worry about you, man. Now you should be focused on you and trying to get this right. You know what I'm saying? Go on a Joseph tour. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. You worrying about, or you waiting for them to, nah, bro, go and tour your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tour yourself. Go on tour, turn up, bro. success is the best revenge. You want people you want to pay people back. Be successful. Success is the best revenge, bro. Trust me. Success is the best revenge. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit the like button as y'all come into the building. What's good with y'all, man? So we got news. We got news going on. Hot Boy Turk been kicked out the group officially. So it's only 3 members now. You got BG right there in the background. You got Juvenile. You got Sugar Slim. And you got Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, BG, and Juvenile. That's it. No Turk. Turk is out of here. They kicked Turk out the group. And how do we feel about it? I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. He like as a group, you gotta follow the collective. If 3 of them says, yo, chill off the internet, you gotta fall back. It's a collective. 3 voted. Now, if you don't fall back, you're gonna look like the outlaw in the group. And they're gonna turn against you. It's that simple. So you gotta know how to be a team player. And you was just talking about cash money business all day long, bro. I swear. Like I knew all the tea from Turk. Turk gave up all the tea for cash money to the internet, chasing a YouTube check. That's what Turk was doing, chasing a YouTube check. I'm gonna expose this. I'm gonna expose this. And he made a promise. He said, the next big platform I go on, I'm gonna tell everything. That's what Turk said. I'm gonna tell everything. The next big platform I go on. That's crazy, bro. Dion, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Dion. I got 2 bets going down today. My bets is going down right now. Both of my teams are playing. Hopefully, I, you know, I win both of those bets, man. And then I bet again tonight. So, I keeping a chart of all my bets. Hey, I appreciate you more, man. Yeah, but we gotta know, bro. We gotta know our self-worth, bro. I'm not running behind nobody. Turk is 44 years old. Turk is 40 some years old. He still sag his pants. Turk mentality is still of a 20-year-old. Turk never grew up, bro. Look how he dressed. He still sag his pants, bro. I'm like, what? What is Turk doing? You still sagging your pants and you still moving like a YN? That's the problem, bro. Bro, start adding a halftime score with the college games. The total score is going to be somebody's final score. Yeah, what that mean? That's different. Yeah, but I bet it on 2 teams right now. Hopefully, cashing out, man. We trying to be 2 for 2. So I made 2 bets yesterday, and I was 1 for 2 yesterday. So now I'm keeping a chart. I keep a chart of my bets. Uh, all right, so I keep a chart of my bets now. Try it out today. Okay, I'm gonna try it out tonight because I got a bet for 6 o'clock tonight. Yeah, the SAG was created in the jails. The SAG was for the punks to advertise their ass. Who talked about that? Yeah, who talked about that? Eddie Griffin. Okay, Eddie Griffin talked about sagging. Eddie Griffin. Okay, let's go to Sagan real quick. So Eddie Griffin on Sagan. Eddie Griffin. Hold on. Give me a sec. Let me. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, so this Eddie Griffin real quick on Sagan.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for one.
TCU. I got you.
Out of jail, nigga, and they draws on still sagging, but try to play like they men. The kids shit was slick, and the kids start sagging. My son did that shit at age 16 years old. He's 25 now, Eddie Jr. I'm in the house, nigga. I'm a single father. I'm cooking Eddie's spaghetti.
Yeah, so Eddie's gonna talk about where it came from.
Hey, nigga, I put the shit on simmer. I said, Junior, grab a little seat right there on that bar stool. I went, what up, Pop? Oh, there's a lot up, nigga. And it's a lot down. I said, nigga, grab yourself a beer. I can drink. Today you can. That nigga sat down, I explained the story to him. I said, nigga, sagging started in the penitentiary area. Fags was advertising the crack of their ass.
So that's where it started, in the penitentiary, where the punks was advertising the crack of their ass. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where it started. That's it. Yeah.
Sagging is fagging.
That's Eddie Griffin, yeah.
That nigga had on two belts.
Yeah.
He was playing like that.
Yeah, Eddie Griffin, man. Eddie Griffin, tell it like it is, man. Salute to Eddie Griffin. Yeah, that's Eddie Griffin. Making Eddie spaghetti. Salute to him, man. Yo, appreciate y'all for being in the building, man. What's up with y'all, man? What's going on? Yeah, but the teams I had. So I started a whole new chart from March 18th to March 19th. I got my games. So we had yesterday was Kent State versus Illinois State. I betted on Kent State, and Illinois smoked their boots by 21. So I placed another bet yesterday with Dayton versus Bradley, and Dayton won that. 80 to 66. So I caught that one. So I'm 1 for 2. And today I betted on TCU versus Ohio State and South Florida versus Louisville. So I got Ohio State coming off with the victory, and I got Louisville coming off with the victory. So you know what I'm saying? So hopefully checking it yet. But hopefully everything works out in my favor, man. Cause I do my research and I'm starting to pick them better. So I'm 1 for 2, keeping my chart. So every day I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna keep the results and see what's going on from that. You know. And then tonight, got a good game also for tonight, but that's like around 6 o'clock. So I ain't even worried about that yet. I'm gonna focus on finish my food here first, and then we're gonna do that. But yeah, Jay Diggs. I heard of Jay Diggs. Yeah, I heard of Jay Diggs. Some old school rapper. Um, must be. I heard of Jay Diggs. Jay Diggs. Let me look him up. Jay Diggs. Jamal Diggs, professionally known as Jay Diggs, is an American rapper and CEO of Dizzle Entertainment, the Vallejo label founded. He just got broke off like 20 some years. Damn, let me see some news on him. Damn. Jay Diggs. What? 20 years? Crazy, bro. Uh, see, it's all about decisions you make, man. The decisions we make. So who can he be, bro? You can't blame nobody sitting in that jail cell. You got all the money in the world and you still want to take penitentiary chances, bro. Like, come on, man. You're supposed to know better than that. Accountability gonna be hitting y'all in your head, man. Y'all sitting in that jail cell all year. It's gonna be hitting y'all in your head. Like, bro, you don't mix clean money and dirty money. You're supposed to know that. You're supposed to go legit. You ain't looking back. Like the people who sell drugs and all that, it's to get out, bro. It's not to sell drugs to go to jail. It's to make some money, wash your money, and go legit. But this fool had everything, and he just wanna, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, gang. You serious? Like, come on, man. Accountability be hitting them in their head, bro. Geechee Gotti's another one. People say free Geechee, free. Nah, bro, ain't no free nothing, bro. That man had it all. The talent. God gave him a gift. And he out here sticking up pharmacies, robbing pharmacies, and where his friends at now? Ain't nobody screaming free Geechee. It's been like over a month he been in jail. They don't forgot about him. He ain't got no friends out here. Ain't nobody talking about Geechee Gotti no more, man. Ain't nobody talking about Geechee no more. They forgot about you, man. You ain't got no friends here, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. People smiling in your face, man. They ain't cool with you. They want your spot. They want to screw your girl. They want your money. They want to be you. And they laugh when you go to prison. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming. Like they laugh when they see you. Yeah, they laugh when you crash out. Little Dirt. They laughing at Little Dirt. They laughing. Mm. Yeah. Thank you. Mm. Oh, this is good. Thank you. Mhm. Lil Durk. They laugh at Little Durk. You know, what about Loose Cannon and his pretty wife? That man in jail facing a RICO charge. You think his homies, gonna screw that pretty Trinidadian woman, that light-skinned Trinidadian woman? Your boy's been scheming on your girl. Your boys want you to go to prison so they could put their bid in. This ain't nothing new. Been going on since the beginning of time. So when I see, people forfeit their freedom, yep, thank you, appreciate it. It's good too. But when I see people forfeit their freedom, I be like, damn, who can you blame, bro? You sitting there, who can you blame? Nobody. Nobody, bro. Mm. Being free is the best place to be, bro. Being free. You know, let's start celebrating intelligence, not ignorance. You know? Let's start celebrating intelligence, not ignorance, bro. What's this? Uh, so you said J Diggs got 20 years, Mystical got 20 years, and your app got 45 years. You're just giving years, bro, giving years to the system. And that's the crazy part. I, you know, I don't got time to give away. You know, I don't, I can't afford to give 10 years to the system, 20 years, 30 years. That's why my decision making is paramount. That's why you got to be mindful of the things gotta be mindful, man, the decisions you make out here, man. This is real. They're giving out football numbers, and they ain't got no problem sending you away for 20 years, 40 some years. They hit R. Kelly. He ain't never coming out. R. Kelly got how many years R. Kelly got? They hit R. Kelly. Let me check R. Kelly. He ain't never coming out. R. Kelly ain't never coming out, bro. That's for real. R. Kelly been sentenced to 30 years. When does R. Kelly get out of prison? Robert Kelly, professionally known as R. Kelly, is currently serving significant prison time following multiple federal trials. These cases involve serious charges across different jurisdictions. So that's what it is. Different jurisdictions. And it results in two separate prison sentences. So he was convicted of two separate prison sentences. Robert Kelly has been convicted in two separate federal cases. In September 2021, damn, it just started, bro. Like, his sentence just began, son. Like, you would think, that man got 10 years in. It just began. That's crazy. In September 2021, a federal judge in Brooklyn, New York, convicted him of racketeering. That's what Diddy escaped. Diddy escaped that racketeering too. This charges was based on various illegal activities, including the sexual exploitation of children, forced labor, and violations of the Mann Act. That's what they try to get Diddy on. Violations of the Mann Act. So they used the Mann Act against R. Kelly, which involves transportation individual across state line for illegal sexual activity. He said, oh man. So that's a score right there. That's a score. So TCU won. Damn, they won. I got my money on Ohio State, man. That's the game right there. Is the game over? Damn, I had I had my money on Ohio State. And my money on Ohio State, bro. Damn. I hope it ain't over yet, man. Hope it's a close game. I hope it's still it's over. Damn, bro. I lost. I lost then. I had and I had Ohio State 64-66. That was a shocker. Yeah, it's a shocker, man. Fuck. Shocker, man. Okay, which involved transportation individual across state line. The racketeering charges were brought under the federal RICO charge convicted. So R. Kelly was convicted 2022 to 30 years in prison. 30 years in prison. For the Chicago convictions, he was sentenced on February 23rd to 20 years in prison. The judge ordered that 19 of his terms would be served at the same time as his 30-year New York sentence. Man, yeah. So no, cause you had Ohio State one ticket as well. Yeah, man, I had Ohio State. I had Ohio State, bro. That's a shocker, man. That's a shocker. Yeah, yeah. What about South Florida and Louisville? Cause I got my money on Louisville. So what about Louisville? Well, what's the score there? Damn. Yeah, what's the score with Louisville? I hope Louisville won, bro. I hope Louisville won. Fuck. That shit messed me up, man. I hope Louisville won that shit. Tell me some good news. Damn it. They lost by 1 point, bro. That's definitely a shocker. Yeah, but these are entertainers doing football numbers. Halftime. Oh, we up. Yes, 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 yes. Louisville gonna win. That's what I'm talking. See, I'm gonna be 1 for 1. Okay, Louisville, they smoking their boots. I'm gonna be 1 for 1 again. Yeah, but that was definitely a shocker, man, between Ohio and TCU, man. Well, I gotta write down my results. So this what my chart looked like. Let's see. Let me see. So this what my chart looked like. So let me show y'all real quick. So this what my chart looked like. I got all the winners here. So I got every game that I'm keeping track of right now. So so I gotta put Ohio State loss. Then I gotta put the score, and then Louisville. I'm gonna put the results for the Louisville, and I gotta put the results of the Ohio. Troy 47 of what? 47-73. That's the game I should have betted on. That's the game I should have betted on. You feel me? 47-73. Wow. Wow. 47-73, man. Yeah, but so R. Kelly is facing significant jail time, 30, about 49 years, because the judge in Chicago want him to do at least 19 years of the 20. So that's 19 here he got to do, and then he got to do, man. That's crazy, man. You know, long prison sentences, man. R. Kelly is finished. What about A.R. Ab? A.R. Ab sentence. They gave him 45 years, man. Abdul West was sentenced to 45 years in federal prison for running a drug trafficking organization implicated in murder. That's another one, A.R. Ab. A.R. Ab, whose real name is Abdul West, is a Philadelphia rapper and co-founder of the record label and rap group OBH. In 2019, he was convicted of turning OBH into a large-scale drug trafficking organization operating in northern Philly, which prosecutors linked to at least one murder. Though he was not formally charged with the killing itself, federal authorities described the group as engaging in drug trafficking, murder, and other criminal activities. The sentence took place after A.R. Ab's 2018 arrest on federal drug charges. U.S. District Michael Bilson emphasized that the 45-year sentence was due to West's record of antisocial behavior and his decision to engage in criminal activity rather than lawful pursuits. During the trial, the prosecutors highlighted A.R. Ab's lyrics and social media posts, arguing that they were more than artistic expression and served as confessions of criminal acts. A.R. Ab maintained that the courts and authorities did not understand the cultural context of his music, stating, "We do not rap about flowers and rainbows. We're gangster rappers. We rap about where we grew up," A.R. Ab says. Prior to the conviction, Ab had faced other legal issues, including earlier prison sentences for drug-related offenses, and had survived a shooting in 2011 where he was shot 10 times. His 45-year sentence effectively means he will spend the majority of his life in prison. Man, that's A.R. Ab, bro. I shed a tear when A.R. Ab went down. That's for real. I'm like, A.R. Ab. I'm like, they got Ab. I'm like, oh man, it's over. That's when I knew the streets was over. When it got A.R. Ab, I knew the streets was over. I'm like, man, Y'all gotta leave it alone. They picking y'all off and they putting y'all away in y'all old age, bro. They putting y'all away, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That we have to fix in our community, man. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for being in the building. Dion, man, appreciate you, man. You know, um, just tapping in with y'all, man. Just letting y'all know, Hot Boy Turk been kicked off the, been kicked out the group. Now, you know, Turk can focus on himself. You know, listen, man, toxic energy. I don't want to be around it anyway. If people are plotting on me, people are always scheming on me. My brothers. Maybe we outgrown each other. Maybe it's for the better, Turk. You outgrow people, bro. Maybe I don't want to be around them anyway. Maybe it's time for me to just focus on me. Let me focus on me. Let me get me. Let me do me. The group ain't work out for me. I'm not a team player. So now you just gotta focus on you, man. That's my message to Turk. Focus on you. Don't cry about it. Get better. A lot of people broke up and they did better than when it was a group. Learn from history, bro. Learn from the greats who separated and did it on their own. It feels better on your own. I ain't got to split the money. I ain't got to worry about clashing egos. I could just focus on my solely career, my solo career. Lil Wayne don't want to be around none of y'all. Take a page out of Lil Wayne book. Lil Wayne is in Wayne's world. Literally. He's in Wayne's world. He's in his own world. He ain't worried about no group stuff. Like how you kicking and screaming every day you on the internet looking for a response from them guys. Well, you got your response, Turk. Move on. Don't look back. Turn up and let them see you elevate without them. So now you can earn the respect. Cause if I see you elevate without me, I got no choice but to respect it. I gotta respect it. Cause you did it without us. Okay. He did it on his own. I salute him. I gotta salute you for that. That's my thing. I don't need no group. I just need me. I believe in me. You know what I'm saying? I believe in me. I could do it by myself. Come on, gang. Groups always fall apart unless you locks, bro. Unless you the locks, y'all gonna fall apart anyway. So you gotta work on you. Learn how to stand on your own. Gotta stand on your own, man. I got a tattoo on my shoulder right here that says Lone Wolf. I got a tattoo that says Lone Wolf. And I mean that for a reason. I'm a lone wolf. You know what I'm saying? So stand on your own. You born alone, you're gonna die alone. And you worried about a group and they clowning you. And like they know you wanna, because they know, you're a good person. Obviously they shady and whatever they trying to do, they're holding against you. Cause you're not respected in a group. Like you're the least popular. So they hold it against your head. So you got to know how to quiet that. Quiet the haters, Turk. Quiet the haters. Make music. Go on a run. Go on a Joseph tour and turn up. That's how. Turn up. Don't come on this internet, you know, ready to give out all the informations now. Now that you kicked out the group, don't come on the internet now, ready to be the top op, cash money top op now. So I'm gonna tell all the secrets. I'm gonna expose everything now. Don't be that disgruntled person. Don't be that bitter baby mama, cause that's just bitterness. Take that and just be better, bro. Don't come on here to, come on, man. Don't ever show people that they could get you mad. They could rile you up. Nah, okay, y'all don't want to rock with me? Cool. I'm gonna do my own thing. I know me. I'm successful regardless. You know, I'm a team by myself. I'm a force by myself. That's how you got to be thinking. I'm a force by myself. I don't need y'all. Y'all need me. Y'all need me. I ain't a liability. I'm an asset. Never a liability. I'm an asset. So when you move like that, they got no choice but to reach out to you. The minute BG got out of prison, Turk, you should have left him and let him come around to you. And if you don't, it is what it is. You showed love when he was in prison. Now, when he get out and he don't return a favor, it it just shows how fake he was. But you, soon as he got out, you already hitting up BG, you hounding him, you stalking him. That's a guy, bro. Why are you showing him that much attention? Show your wife that attention, not BG, not another man. Put that attention on your wife, Turk. I'm pretty sure your wife is happy now that you kicked out the group, that she don't got to hear about the stuff no more, that you can focus solely on yourself and her. You can focus on your wife now. And that's the beauty of it, bro. Breakup hurts, but breakup just opens up a new chapter. It just opens up a new chapter, bro. You don't be bitter about it. You be better. You don't be bitter. Be better. Anybody who don't want to be with me, hey, I know my value. I know what I bring to the world. I'm gonna be successful regardless, with or without cash money. That's how you got to be thinking, Turk. You put all your energy into a group that want nothing to do with you. You put all your energy into men who didn't respect you. Birdman didn't respect you. Juvenile didn't respect you. You said at a concert when your song came on, Manny Fresh did this. He said, cut that shit. Wait, he said, cut it when your verse came on. And they cut the music. And guess what? The crowd was singing your verse. Even though they cut the music, the crowd was still rocking with you. They was performing your verse. And the look on BG and Manny Fresh face, they looked at embarrassed because they didn't think the crowd cared for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't look at you as they look at you as a nothing. You got to prove them wrong. They look at you as a nothing. Again, I only know one Turk song, and it's not even a Turk song. It's a couple bars. That's all I know of Turk. I like them hot. The one don't tell me to stop, eat it up, try it up, and I know how to pop. I need a project, a hood rat. The one that they're saying since you took that. That's all I know of Turk. That's all I know. He didn't make enough impact like BG. He didn't make enough impact like Juvenile. He damn sure didn't make enough impact like Lil Wayne. He didn't, bro. He didn't even ruffle the waters. It, you gotta ruffle that waves in the water. Turk can get to that. But he talking fat on the internet. He talking fat on the internet. That's the problem. That's the problem with Turk. He talked like he made it in the group. Nah, you was the least favorite, homie. You was the least favorite. That's why they could replace you with no problem. No problem, Brody. You know, you got to go. And that's what it was. So now take this opportunity and grow from it. Grow from this opportunity, bro. That's all you could do is grow. Don't get bitter, get better. Focus on your wife, focus on your career. Cause I know she happy. Cause every day before they kicked you out the group, you was in that room screaming BG name, screaming juvenile name, just going in on them every day like clockwork. Turk was on this live stream screaming on his phone. You don't think your wife heard that? She probably like relieved, like it's over. We finally got an answer. Is no more, Turk. That's the answer. So you've been crying for years. Yo, talk to me, guys. What's going on? Okay, you got your answer. They voted you out. Now you ain't gotta worry about them no more. That's a good thing about it. You ain't gotta worry about them no more. Worry about you, which you should have been doing. And it took years out your career because you worried about them. And they had you still made it to the point to just say, cut them off. They could have been said that years ago, and you could have been on your way. Now, me see how they held you up, and then they just say, cut them off. And now you just stuck, left, they don't know what to do because you put your career in other people's hands. That's the problem, Turk. You put your career in other people's hands, and they made the decision to pull the plug just to spite you. It's a nasty work, boy. I hope you learn from this. Like I said, you wear two watches and you still didn't know what time it was. Two watches, still didn't know what time it was. Dion, peace and love, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm gonna go finish up and watch the rest of this game. I'm gonna watch the rest of the game between South Florida and Louisville. Dion Mod Gang told me that they was up at the half, so I'm gonna be 1 for 1, and I'm gonna bet again tonight, like around 6 o'clock. I'm gonna place another bet, and we just gonna keep going, bro. So I'm trying to be 2 for 3, and then tomorrow I'm trying to be 3 for 3 every day. I'm trying to be 3 for 3. So every time I win, I split my savings and I deposit it into my account and I put up the other half. So I'm always up because once I win, I'm taking out something to put into my account, my bank account, and then I keep the rest to bet. I got a good system, and this system right here, man, I see people making thousands a month off a system like you know what I mean, off a system like this, thousands a month. That's just extra money, and I'm here for it. So I'm gonna get to my game between South Florida versus Louisville. I think halftime is over right now. Dion, Mod Gang, I love y'all. Y'all have a great day, man. Appreciate y'all for being in the building. But Turk, move on. They clowning you, man. BG laughing at it. Like BG don't give a damn. BG don't like you. BG hates you. You could tell. BG said, we voted you off the island, all laughing. Like he didn't feel no way, bro. BG know you needed the cash money. You was the one who was talking about bringing it back together. You manifested it. They came together to vote you out. Nasty work. You manifested cash money coming back together. But guess what? They came back together to vote you out. To vote you out. You better take this as a lesson learned. Take this as a lesson learned, bro. Groups break up all the time. Destiny Child broke up. The Fugees even broke up. The Fat Boys broke up. Wu Tang broke up. Who else broke up? A lot of groups break up. Who else broke up? Rockefeller broke up. The Firm broke up. We could go all day on all the groups that broke up. NWA broke up. Um, Even the Beastie Boys probably broke up. Onyx broke up. Fredro Starr probably performing by himself. Come on, bro. You can't name me a group that stuck together besides the locks. That's all I know is the locks. Never heard an argument. They never beef, nothing. If they did, it was definitely not on social media. I can tell you that. We ain't see it on social media. They kept it to themselves, in-house, as you should. As you should, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tap out. Let me go finish up this game. Appreciate y'all for being in the building. But yeah, man, I see y'all keep coming in. I see y'all keep coming in. You know, yeah, but Turkish fish, man. You know, like I grew up on the Hot Boys. You know, I'm talking about 1997, man. I'm talking about BG, man. I'm talking about Cash Money is an army, better yet the Navy. That BG, man. You know, money making is my occupation. I'm trying to get rich and in studio making hits after hits, yeah, flesh after beat. I go by the BG. I know I'm the Hot Boys. Hey, come on, gang. And you know what about you know, young juvenile? You know, his first single, high. You know, making the thing high. You want to keep freaking old lady because you keep freaking her friends high. You want a child support high. You want to be in it for child support high. You don't give a word high. You know, I ain't sleeping because somebody get a word high. Juvenile, BG, Lil Wayne. You know, Lil Wayne had some fire, man. Some, you know, where's Turk? Where's Turk in all this? Nowhere. I don't know one Turk song, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to know your worth, man. And Turk was not wanted on Cash Money. And let me cut off my computer. Got the big screen computer. Turk is not wanted on Cash Money. Show y'all real quick. Let me see real quick. Big screen computer. Got the wide joint, the wide computer. Got the PS5 right here. Got the TV right here. So we got the big TV connected to the computer right here with the camera right there, with the ring light right there. You know, it's a full studio right here, man. It's a full studio right here. Everything is right here. You know what I'm saying? Everything is right here. PS5, I got the PC right there. So if I want to game in high PC, I got my PC right there. So I could game in PC if I want. I could game on PS5 if I want. Everything. You know what I'm saying? So we focus, man. Focus, man. Let me cut this computer off. This right now. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all for being in the building, man. Love y'all, man. Yo, Dion, stay up, brother. Mod Gang, I see y'all, man. Until next time, hold it down, y'all. I'm out.